everyone! So we have had this YouTube channel for very close to 2 years now, and the very first video we put up on this channel was the social media book tag featuring yours truly. Now, I recently went back and attempted to watch that video, and it is so bad. I was so awkward, the lighting is terrible, the music is way too loud. It was just a mess. I am going to link it for you down below if you want to contrast and compare, but I thought it would be fun if I came back 2 years in and redid this tag for you. So if you didn't know, this is an older tag and it was originally created by Faulty Devices, and I believe that the version that I'm doing was redone by Ariel Bissett, but I'll leave links to both of those videos down below. So all of the prompts in this video are just different forms of social media, so let's get into it. So the first prompt is Twitter your favorite short book. Now this isn't necessarily my favorite short book ever, but it is one I really love, and that is Never Let Me Go by Kazuo Ishiguro. This is about a young schoolgirl named Kathy who goes to what seems like a fairly normal English boarding school called Hailsham. But in this school, something seems to be a little bit off, and they have very little contact with the outside world and are taught very strange things about the outside world. Kathy doesn't really question anything about her life until two of her friends get to leave the school, and it turns out that the school is something a lot more sinister. It is a fantastically written novel. It is so beautiful and really explores what it means to be human, and I just absolutely love this one. It also has a great movie adaptation that I encourage you to check out. Next up we have Facebook, a book that everyone pressured you into reading. Now I didn't really feel like an individual person pressured me to reading this, but I felt like the reading community as a whole, I felt like I was really missing out on something, and that is A Court of Thorns and Roses by Sarah J. Maas. Now I resisted reading this for quite a long time. I didn't read it until after A Court of Mist and Fury had come out, and it wasn't my favorite thing. I am happy I have read the series and I know what everybody's talking about, but it really wasn't my cup of tea. So the next prompt is really dating this tag, and that is Tumblr, a book you read before it was cool. And I struggled with this one, but I ended up picking Pride by Ibi Zoboi simply because I got to read it in manuscript form long before it came out, as we were picking it for an Owlcrate book. So this book is popular now, and with good reason. It is a fantastic contemporary novel that is a retelling of Pride and Prejudice, and if you haven't picked it up yet, you need to go do it. Next up is MySpace, a book you don't remember whether you liked or not. And for me, I picked The Druid's Tune by O.R. Melling. I do still have this on my shelf. I'm pretty sure I read it back in like 9th or 10th grade, which for me was quite a long time ago, and I do not remember anything about it. I'm assuming I enjoyed it, but I really don't know. I don't remember anything about what it's about, but apparently according to the back, it's like an Irish fairy tale. Maybe I should reread it and see if it's worth keeping. So next up we have Instagram, a book that is so beautiful that you had to Instagram it. And now I don't really bookstagram, so I have never Instagrammed this book, but if I did. First and Then by Emma Mills. I love all of Emma Mills' cover designs. They are all so beautiful and so like just nice and fresh looking. I can't wait to see her new book, which I believe just came out last Tuesday, and it's called Famous in a Small Town. But this one is beautiful, and under the cover, guys, under the cover, and all of her books get this really cool under the cover treatment, and they are just so pretty. Some of the nicest designs, and all of her books look really good together. And also, if you haven't read Emma Mills yet, she is one of my all-time favorite contemporary writers at this point. I have read most of her books, and every single one is adorable. Next up, we have YouTube, a book you would love to see turned into a movie. And I think this one would be really interesting, and that is The Book of M by Peng Shepherd. This is like a kind of apocalyptic novel almost, but it starts off that people start mysteriously losing their shadows. They just don't have shadows anymore. And it is so edge of your seat and so interesting, and I think the fact that the people lose their shadows could really be translated interestingly into a movie. So this is the one I'm going to recommend. This is an adult novel, and I really liked it when I read it in 2018. So the last prompt is Goodreads, a book that you would recommend to everyone. And I had a hard time answering this question because I do feel like I spend a lot of my time recommending books to people, and I think that every reader is so different. Two that came to mind off the top of my head is obviously The Hate U Give and The Storied Life of A.J. Fikry, because I believe both of those books are something that it doesn't matter kind of who you are or what your station is in life, that you could really appreciate them. But again, I feel like every reader is so different, it's hard to recommend one book for everyone. Alright, so that was the social media book tag. I know this is an old one, but let me know if you've done it down in the comments below. I'd love to see it. I hope you like this video, and please give a big thumbs up for 2 years on BookTube, almost. Happy reading, and thanks for being awesome.